Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1972 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. We are down to the final two teams that we need to add these 1972 Topps cards to. And today's team is the San Diego Padres. We're going to go ahead and get started with Joe Morgan, who signed as a free agent with these Padres for almost $1 million a year. This is money well spent, unlike the Dave Boswell signing that I did, where they sold us some magic beans. And you can see in real life, just by looking at the cards here, that Joe Morgan was traded to the Cincinnati Reds during this season. So, I mean, the game is kind of spot on for that. We're going to use his Houston Astros card to represent him. Hall of Famer. So let's go ahead and add this Joe Morgan. Now there's probably going to be a couple of Joe Morgan cards in our file, so we may have to figure out which ones are right. No, I guess we just have this one, which we're waiting for the information to pop up, which I'm assuming it's this card here. So let's just go ahead and delete it. Sorry, if you follow this series that we're doing, you know the first card always takes the longest to load because it's the first one. We're going to go ahead and switch this out from Bonham, Texas. That's where Joe Morgan is from. And there it is. This 1972 card has been added. All right. Now it'll go a little bit smoother, I think. Johnny Grubb. I just looked up, earlier today, I looked up the 1986 Tigers. You know the Tigers are my team. Because I was looking up a pitcher on that team. And Johnny Grubb batted .333 for the Tigers in 1986 as a primary backup. Like fourth outfielder, but he got over 300 at bats. Is he under John Grubb? No. Why does Johnny Grubb not have a card represented? Let's find Grubb in here. But Johnny Grubb, underrated Detroit Tiger from that era. There he is. So I must not have him properly represented in here. But this card that we're correcting, is a custom-made card, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty rad. It's pretty funky fresh. There it is. So yeah, that is an actual custom-made card. I believe he was a first-round draft pick, right? First round, 1971 by the Padres. That's in real life, of course. Okay, Dave Hilton. Wait, why does he not have a card here? All right, let's do it this way. I'm guessing he probably already has one added, and we don't have the right information in there. Let's find out. Okay, so now we have to... It's usually not this complex. There's Dave Hilton. So he has a pre-made card. Why... is this not correct? From Uvalde, Texas. I've been to Uvalde. That's why. Okay. And that's a pre-made card, custom-made card. You see the Topps watermark on it. Good-looking card. Okay, Joe Goddard. I just don't think he has a card. We'll find out. 72 Joe Goddard. No. And now I just feel like we have to look, but this will not be the norm. Oh, son of a bitch. He did have one there. Wow, okay. All right, well. From West Virginia. Oh, he doesn't even have anything assigned. Goddard. Joe. Boom. Gotta love the mustard yellow. Orlando Ramirez. Pretty sure he is not going to have a 72. But we'll check. 20-year-old rookie. Playing everyday shortstop for the Padres. Yeah, the Padres did it right. They were a little bit more patient than I was in building our team. They've actually got some pretty decent players. You could pretty much say the same for the Expos and the Royals. In 3 years, I've destroyed our team. And everybody else who was an expansion team is doing well. So there is not a 72 Jerry Morales card. Interesting. Okay. There's Frank Baker. One of the 2 or 3 Frank Bakers in baseball history. He does have a card. He's on the Yankees. All right. Baker. Frank. And then we're going to have to see if there's 2. We'll find out right here. Yeah, okay, so we're going to keep both files. And oh, there's one right there. So what's the dealio? I can't see. This is the same Frank Baker, though, right? These 2 guys? I just can't see what the card looks like. Let's, son of a... Let's just click on this. No, okay, that's what I was saying. This guy looks white. He's a Caucasian. And, you know, there are 2 Frank Bakers from this era. So let's find out which Frank Baker this is supposed to be by going to his profile. That Frank Baker. Okay. So let's delete the one we just added. And we'll let our Frank Bakers exist. I guess there's not a 72 for Frank Baker represented on the Indians here. Is that correct? Looks like. Okay. Well, we've had all kinds of complications. Okay, Alvin McGrew, another rookie making the team. Is this a real person? Let's find out. Nope. There's Steve Staggs. He's not going to have a card. But we like to be thorough. He's going to be 20 years old and in his 3rd season on the team. Okay, Dave Robinson. Let's take a look here. He did have a 71 rookie. Does he have a 72 rookie? Or just a 72 card? Or nothing at all? Okay, moving right along. Tommy Dean. Good old Tommy boy. Does he have a card? No, he does not. Is it under Tom Dean? No. All right. There's Cito Gaston. Real name Clarence. I have no idea if what it's under here. We'll do Clarence Gaston, and then we'll look up Cito. If there isn't anything. There is. Oh, it's under Cito as well. That's good. Oh, in the Canadian version, it is Cito Gaston. And in the Topps American, it is Clarence. Okay. swap it out. And there is also under Cito, so we'll just delete that. And we're good. Okay. Jose Arcia. He has a 71. Does he have a 72? Good jawline. No, he only has that Milton Bradley card. Chris Cannizzaro. Izzaro. He has a 71. Does he have a 72? Perhaps. He does. On the Dodgers in 72. Yeah, this guy just reeks of backup catcher. Sticking around after all these years. That's 10 characters. Drop that in there. Oh, okay. Just get rid of that as well. Cool. Next up, Wayne Comer. This is a custom-made card. 72 on the Detroit Tigers. Very cool. Of course, he was on our Pilots. Another guy that we really wanted to make him be good, but just could not find a spot for him on our team. John Sippin. Some gin and juice. And you can see he's wearing a Yamamiro Giants from the Japanese League. Not going to have a card. Roberto Pena. We're into AAA now. Should go a little bit quicker. And then we'll do the pitchers, of course. Roberto Pena? No. Out of baseball. It's like in 72, they brought in like 1/3 new players. At least for cards. Chris Krug. That is a 67. Of course, he's not going to have a 72. Al Ferreira. Let's see if he has one. No, he does not. If you're a player who played on the expansion teams, you probably didn't last too long. You got your shot, and then because you were an expansion draft player, a quadruple A, player, Ron Slocum. Oh, I spelled it wrong. So you're probably in and out of baseball. You had your shot. Or maybe eventually as they started signing free agents, you milled about in the AAA level. Here's Sonny Roberto, who has a custom-made card here. Very cool. We're into AA. Rufino Linares, who I just remember him playing in the 80s. I don't know when his first actual card is. So yeah, he's not going to have a card in 72. Matty Trio, pretty good defensive second baseman. Might have won a Gold Glove. I can't remember. But that's a 76. So, and there's Fred Lynn. We know that's his rookie card. I will actually not look up Fred Lynn because we know that is his actual rookie card. So he's in AA now at age 20. Almost ready for prime time. Enzo Hernandez, that's a rookie card from 71. And I do believe he has a 72. Let's see. Yep. On the Padres. Very good. Hernandez. That is 4, 8, 9, 10. So there might already be an E. Hernandez. We're going to keep both files and then just kind of sort it out here. Yeah, there's a couple representing the same player. So let's delete and delete, and we'll just make this the only one. Okay, and then we will wrap it up, or not wrap it up, I mean edit it here to get it accurate. From Venezuela. Wait. Oh, it just would have sorted itself out on its own. Okay. Rafael Robles. He's got a 71, and he's in single A in this game. Rafael Robles. He does have a card. Is that a misspelling, or is that how you really spell it? Let's find out. That may be the authentic spelling of his name. It is not. That's an error. Okay. Now we know. Jim Williams has a 71 rookie. Does he have a 72? Nope. We're making this easy on us. Frankie LeBron. That's probably what it is. LeBron James. No. John Tamargo. That's an 81 rookie card, so there's no way he's going to have a 72. He's only 20 years old, so he makes his rookie debut at age 28. Could be. He's got a beard like a man. Okay, Mark Rea. He doesn't have a card, and he does not have one here. And then we have Jerry Tab. Put it on my tab. Nope. There's Jim Riggleman. I think maybe I say this every time, but I was on a train to Washington, D.C. one time, coming out of Toledo, Ohio. And someone asked me if I was Jim Riggleman, who at the time was the Cubs manager. And the answer was no. And also, why would Jim Riggleman be on a train? Got that big league money. Tom Donahue. No. Alfredo Ortiz. No. Yeah, these are all like future prospects. Hey, there's Ron Washington. He's going to miss the rest of the year for whatever he's got going on. So much cocaine, Ron Washington. There's Dave Bergman. You know how I love Dave Bergman. All right, no dice. Sheldon Mallory. Sheldon Mallory. Nope. Dick Walterhouse. These are real people. And, you know, they're in the single A on an essentially a expansion team. They're probably going to get a shot to play sooner or later. Ken Bollock. Nope. Biff. Remember in our Tigers sim, Biff Pocoroba had that one great year. He had over 20 home runs for, I don't know, whatever team he was on. I don't think it was the Braves. It was in the American League. I can't remember what team it was in our sim, but he had 1 year and he was done. I mean, he played, but that was his one every regular season, you know. Okay, we're going to save it now that we're done with the bats. And then we'll go to the pitchers. So, the final team is the Cincinnati Reds. I can't promise you I'll do it tomorrow, but we're so close to being done, I kind of want to get it done, right? And then all I have to do is focus on, tightening it up. Dotting the T's and crossing the I's and that kind of stuff. Okay, let's take a look at the pitching. Oh, they got nothing. They have one single A pitcher. This should go pretty quickly. But they do have Tom Seaver. Yeah, they spent their money on Tom Seaver and Joe Morgan. And I spent our money on Dave Boswell, who in real life was out of baseball by 1972. And we can't get rid of him. Oh, boy. Wow. Tom Seaver had 40 cards in 1972. Oh, because he's on a lot of league leader cards and stuff. That's awesome. That's cool. Well, there it is. That's his real card. So we'll add that. Okay. Well, that went on there pretty easily, so we got to delete. 84, he was on the White Sox. That's insane to think about how his career ended. I do have a lot of respect for Tom Seaver, unlike other stat compilers. Like Tom Seaver did have like a peak where he may not have been the best pitcher in baseball, but he was pretty damn good. Like, I mean, he was top 3. And you can't say that about Bert Blyleven or Don Sutton, you know. And they were totally fine pitchers. I have no problem with them, but they were stat compilers in the worst way. I hold Tom Seaver in the same regard that I hold Nolan Ryan. Clay Kirby, he does have a 72. When we play this season, I mean, the Padres might be a top-notch team. I don't know if they're ready for playoffs, but they spent their money well. All right, Clay Kirby's in. Leon Everett. I don't know you. Let's see if he has a 72. Nope. Hey, Randy Jones. You know how much we love Randy Jones. He lost 23 and 24 games in his first 2 seasons. I mean, this is 74. This is his rookie card. And then 75, I think, was the year he won the Cy Young. He's not going to have a card. But we're going to look it up anyway. We gave away a Randy Jones autograph on our channel. In one of our... Steve Arlen. Oh, has already a 72 in there. I don't know if that's his real card or not, but that'll work. Okay, Bill McCool. That's a real name. Does not have a card. Only 27 years old. He's their closer, actually. Larry Hardy. That's a 75. So I don't think he'll have one. Nope. Frank Snook. Let's see if Frank Snook has a card. He does not. This is going to be easy. Steve Simpson. Got into one game, got one guy out. That was it. Okay, no. Mark Schaefer. Who are these guys that don't have cards? Aeffer. Oh, he did actually have a postcard. That would be sweet if we had that photograph. Oh, well. Okay, Dave Roberts, one of the 1 million Dave Roberts. Let's see if we can find the correct Dave Roberts. We know what that looks like. Okay. There he is. Oh, because the other Dave Roberts hadn't even been drafted yet. That's right. On the Astros. Roberts. And now we got to figure out which Roberts is Roberts. Move, keep both files. Oh, there's so many Dave Roberts. Okay. That is the correct Dave Roberts. This is the incorrect. And this is the same. So we get rid of his excess card. And that's the Dave Roberts who's the manager of the Dodgers. And that's the Dave Roberts who was the number one overall draft pick. So Dave Roberts, so this will be Dave Roberts 2. Okay. Dave Roberts not even good enough to be on the expansion team. He's in AAA. That doesn't seem right. Future Detroit Tiger pitcher. All right. There we go. Lou Krause. A-U-S-S-E. He had a 71. Does he have a 72? He does, on the Red Sox. Oh, with some of the worst airbrushing of all time. Well, actually, that looks pretty good, as those things kind of go. What is that? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Add them, swap them. Moving on. Dave Leonard. We tried Dave Leonard. We traded for him. He got 3 starts. He lost all 3, and then he got injured. And then we dumped him on the Padres. And he was 7-5. Eventually. Was he still in baseball? Oops, I spelled that wrong. It's Leon Hard. Okay. Yeah, he was still around. On the Orioles. Leonard. DA. Boom. All right. Okay, yeah, that's right. Just making sure. Moving on. Dick Kelly. Does he have a 72? He did not have a 71. Maybe he was done. The Hawaiian. Oh, wow. Hey, he does have a card for the Padres. I wonder if he just had a year where he didn't play. That's interesting. Could you imagine playing baseball in Hawaii? Come on. That's a dream. I'd stay in the minor leagues. Don't call me up to the San Diego. I'm 6 hours from San Diego right now. Sounds good to me. Here's Dick Selma, back-to-back Dicks. Don't cross the streams. Yep, there he is. On the fills. In real life. Swapping them out. Tom Dukes, that is a custom-made card, looking pretty good. Frank Reberger. Frank Reberger. And he does have a Topps card for the Giants. I mean, this is a player I've never heard of, but he's had a couple baseball cards in his career. That's 4, 8, 9, 10. Now, I mean, I am the kind of person who can and does spend hours on Baseball Reference. And I don't know who this guy is. And so now I want to know. Like, I want to go to Baseball Reference, look him up, and look at his Wikipedia on Baseball Reference and find out all about that guy. And how do I not know him? I mean, he's probably just was a West Coast guy. Al McBean. Come on. There we go. No, but he did have a Milton Bradley card. So it looks like he was done in 1970. He's got a 65 rating. So he's done in the game too. Tommy Sisk. Another guy that only has a 70 card. Does he have a 72? We'll find out here. I get my head in the game. Nope. Is it perhaps just under Tom Sisk? He seems like a Tommy. No. All right. Jack Baldwin. Let's see. Jack Bald. Shun. He was shunned because he was bald. And they put that in his name. Seems extreme. Ralph Garcia. Nope. Jesse Jefferson. See him there on the Orioles. I remember him mostly from the Blue Jays, playing against my Tigers in the 80s. So no, we're in the Double A. We're almost done here. There's a Mike Caldwell, custom-made card, very cool. Al Santorini, the great Santorini. Al Santorini. Okay, on the Cardinals, he was still around. Huh. Sorry, I think my mouse might need to be recharged, but we're so close to being done here. Santorini, which is 9, so we'll add an A. Oh, damn it. My mouse is going. All right, so I guess we have to use the touchpad. Damn it. Things suddenly got a little more difficult for me, but you know what? I just go with the flow. What do I care? Rusty Gerhert. You may have to be a little patient with me, though. This is something I'm not really used to doing this. This is an actual guy who played on the Padres. I've never heard of this guy either, but there's a photograph. Okay, nope. The good news is we're in Double-A, and a lot of these guys we're not going to see. Hey, there's Richard Troudson. Rich, Troedson. Okay. That's a 74, so he's probably not going to have 72. He does not. Mike Corkins. That's a 71. He could have a 72 then. He does. Oh, they're really going to make me figure it out. Okay, there he is. Oh, I'm so proud of myself right now. Corkins, that is 7, 8, 9, 10. This old laptop, I mean, I've had this thing for a while. It works perfectly fine. You know, almost all the time. But it's so old that, you know, when I have too many applications going at the same time, it slows down. It doesn't. So whenever I record a video, whether it's a game or, you know, like doing this crap, you know, I have to make sure everything else is shut down. And Tom Seaver, there we go. We're done. Very good. Okay. We are down to just one team to go. That is the Cincinnati Reds. Like I said, I'm going to try to do that team tomorrow, so I have, you know, a good month to wrap up all the little things that I need to for this series. We just played Game 1 of September of the 1998 Arizona Diamondbacks revisionist history. So we have 29 more games to go in that series before this one begins. So we're going to come back tomorrow. I'll try to wrap it all up if we can. Until then, everyone, have a great day.